In November 2000, a curious name appeared on an obscure online message board: John Titor. He claimed to be an American soldier sent back in time from the year 2036. His mission, he said, was to retrieve an experimental computer needed to prevent a global catastrophe. At first, most dismissed it as a prank, yet something about the level of detail in his posts stopped people in their tracks. He published circuit diagrams and hand-drawn schematics of a time travel device installed in a 1967 Chevrolet Corvette, complete with gravity distortion units and modified flux capacitors. Over dozens of forum threads, John predicted a series of events. He warned of a massive computer failure in 2038 that would erase digital records worldwide. He described a second American Civil War erupting in 2005, with the country fracturing into separate regions. He foresaw a deadly pandemic sweeping across Europe and a Third World War igniting in 2015 between Russia and the United States. At the time, his posts sounded like science fiction, but today, many of his so-called wild predictions echo reality. China has become a dominant global power. Advanced artificial intelligence permeates everyday life, and sweeping epidemics have reshaped public health systems around the world. Skeptics pointed out possible loopholes. They tested his knowledge of physics, asking about Kerr black holes and temporal mechanics. To their amazement, his answers corresponded closely with theories that only emerged years later. Was it the work of a genius hacker, or was there a traveler truly pulling data from the future? In mid-2001, John detailed how his time machine worked. He spoke of gravity distortion coils wrapped around the Corvette's engine block and chronometric resonators that aligned molecular timelines. He described a device he called the time flux modulator, powered by micro-singularity generators. Though the terminology sounded bizarre, professional physicists acknowledged that many of the concepts had theoretical underpinnings in advanced quantum research. Then, abruptly, he vanished. His final post hinted at returning to his own time, but no farewell message appeared. Online, his username went silent, and all traces of his presence dissolved as if he had never existed. Yet fragments remained. Archived forum snapshots contained private messages in which he hinted that John Titor might actually be a code name for an entire research team. He suggested that multiple individuals rotated through the posts to test public reaction. If so, the project's sudden disappearance hinted at higher-level government intervention or an attempt to cover up the experiment entirely. Journalists and amateur investigators tried to trace his digital footprint. Most posts originated from a single IP address in Florida. The surname Titor itself seemed contrived. Some speculate it was a phonetic play on time traveler. But despite extensive efforts, no tangible evidence surfaced. No official records, no patent filings, no photographs of the alleged time machine. Over the years, the legend of John Titor inspired books, documentaries, and countless online debates. To some, he stands as the internet's most enduring oracle. To others, he remains the greatest hoax of the digital age, an elaborate performance art piece that predicted events purely by chance. But whether real or fictional, his story achieved one undeniable feat. It forced us to question the nature of time itself. Could causality be more flexible than we imagine? Might the future reach back to influence the past? And if one day someone truly travels across decades, will they announce themselves on a public forum? John Titor's tale ends with more questions than answers. If he was a genuine visitor from 2036, what compelled him to reveal so much and then disappear without warning? If he was simply a talented storyteller, how did he assemble such prescient insights? Today, his legend continues to echo in chat rooms and social platforms. Listeners still sift through old forum archives, hunting for clues in cryptic lines of text. They dissect every reference to gravity wave generators, and temporal resonance fields, hoping to uncover the line between science and speculation. In the end, the real mystery of John Titor may not be whether time travel is possible. It may lie in our own need to believe that someone, somewhere, is watching over humanity's future and choosing to warn us before it's too late.